You can easily run the Llama model locally on your Android phone. But if you go to Google and if you're searching for tutorials to run the model locally on your Android phone, you'll see a tutorial that look like this. And basically you have to install some weird applications like Termux or maybe Ollama or some dedicated apps to run the large language model locally on your Android phone. And yeah, that method could work, but at the same time, this method is just very difficult to follow and doesn't always work. So instead, I do recommend to use a brand new app that was created and still being developed by Google that lets anyone to run any model, not just the model from Google, locally on their Android phone. So here's how you can do it. So first, let's go to Google and search using the keyword Google AI Age Gallery. So that's the name of the app that we want to use. At the moment, it is not yet available in Google Play Store, so we have to download it via GitHub. So you can navigate to this page. And don't worry, I'm going to leave the link in the video description in case you don't know where to find it. So this is the official Google AI Age Gallery app from Google. And then you want to scroll down. Let's scroll down. And then here in the Get Started in Minutes section, you can click the latest APK to download the installation file, installation package to your Android phone. Okay, just click it. And okay, now you can click the download button. I actually have downloaded the items, so I'm not going to do it again. But basically, after you have downloaded the APK, you can start installing the app to your Android phone. So I'm going to navigate to the download folder on my phone. And by the way, sometimes the phone might be asking you to confirm that you want to download the app from this source, because again, this is not from Play Store, and usually some phones are very sensitive about it. But again, don't worry, this app is created by Google. Now I'm going to install the app. It's called aiHgallery.apk. And usually you see this message that, hey, this app is not from Play Store, so you have to give some permission. I'm going to navigate to settings, and I will allow this application, Google Files, to install the APK for me. Okay, let's tap install and just wait for it to be installed on your Android phone. This process will usually only take just a few seconds, and I think it has been installed. Okay, there you go. The Age Gallery has been installed. Let me just go to the home page, and this is the app, Age Gallery. And you will see something that looks like this. There is AsImage, there is Prompt Lab, there is AI Chat. So AsImage is just some models that are able to see images. It is not for creating images, it is able to see or analyze images, while the Prompt Lab is really just for testing ground. If you want to see some response from AI models, then you could use this tool. But if you want to just use AI for regular conversation, then you can navigate to the AI Chat menu. And here you'll see some models like from Llama and from Qwen, but usually there is no Llama model. So if you want to run the Llama model, then you have to download the model locally, and then you can load that from your phone, from your files, and into this application. But then how do you get the application? Well, it's quite simple. Let's go back to the GitHub page again. So this is the, oh, sorry about that. Let me just go back to Chrome. There you go. So right on this page, if you scroll down again, you'll see this useful link section. You can click Hugging Face Light RT Community, and it will open a new page. And this is basically where people from the community that is making, or basically converting or making the various AI models out there to be compatible with the Google AI Age Gallery app, because not every model is compatible, but thanks to this community, we can now start downloading the file that is compatible with the application. Now let's scroll down, and here in the model section, you'll see some models that you could download and pair with your phone. Now click view all the models, the rest of the models. And yeah, you'll see that there are some models like there is Llama, Qwen, Hammer, there is also small LM, but of course, let's focus the attention to the Llama model. There is Tiny Llama, which is actually the smaller version of Llama. If you are not sure that your phone is able to run the Llama model, then I do recommend using Tiny Llama. But again, in this case, I'm going to be using the regular Llama 3.2, which is the latest version at the moment. But I believe that this tutorial would still apply even on the newer version of Llama. So here there is Llama 3.2 with 3 billion parameter, and then there is another Llama with 1 billion parameters. So usually the number of parameter is a good indication that the model is more advanced. The higher number, the more hardware it requires to run the model. And given that I'm using a phone that's kind of old, I guess I'm going to be using the 1 billion parameter. Feel free to use the 3 billion version if you want to, but again, I still recommend to start with something simple, something small. And if you're confident with the phone capability, then you can upgrade to a bigger model. Now, after that, you can navigate to files. And here you'll see a list of models that are available and you can download. But again, you have to find the one that is compatible with your with the Google AI Edge Gallery app. And usually the format is .task. So the extension of the file is .task. So the easiest way to find the model that's compatible is by using this search icon, the search feature right here. And you can type the keyword .task, something like that. And right now on this page, there are two .task models that I could download. There is this one and also there is this one. Now the question is, how do you get the one that is compatible, or at least your phone is able to run it? Well, usually the simplest way, without explaining too much detail, is do not download the model that has the letter or the number F32. That's usually an indication that this is a much more precise, much higher model. And instead, find the one that has the keyword or the number or text Q8, like this one, Q8, or maybe Q4 or Q2. And that's usually much smaller and has been compressed, while the F32 or F16 is usually going to be much bigger. So let's try using this one. And after that, you can click the download button right here. Okay, so the model will be downloaded. Now, technically, I actually have downloaded the model on my phone, so I'm not going to do it again. But basically, when you're done, after you have downloaded the model, then you can go back to Google AI Edge Gallery again. Let's open the app and let's click this plus icon. Go to from local model file. And I'll select the Llama 3.1 with 1 billion parameter. Let me open it. So usually I'll just leave the settings with the default. I'm not going to change anything here, but I would like to enable both CPU and GPU. That doesn't mean that the model will run on CPU and GPU. It has to choose, but usually on most older phones or low-end phones, the GPU might not be compatible to run some AI models, and that's why you might want to just run the model on CPU. So make sure to enable these two options, and you can click import. And just wait for a few seconds for the model to be loaded. And after that, we should be able to start using the model to have a chat with it. Now let's navigate to AI chat. As you can see, there is Llama 3.2. I'm going to open it. And just wait for the model to be initialized on the application. Do not start a chat until you don't see the loading icon anymore. Just wait, it's still trying to load the model. It could take quite a while. And this model, as far as I know, is only required 500 megabytes of memory. So it's very lightweight, but it still needs somewhat decent GPU or CPU, and you will see why. Okay, let me send a message like, give me one simple, one financial advice. And let's send a message. As you can see, this is running on CPU because it knows that my GPU is not powerful enough, and in some cases it might crash the whole application. So this is why it is very slow. Yeah, I'm using a phone that is very old. The CPU is not so great, the GPU is even worse, and that's why this is very slow. So if you're using a phone that is more recent, I believe you could get something like this without waiting too long. You could get performance that is similar when you're having a chat with ChatGPT or with Gemini. So I guess I'll just skip forward and show you the full answer of this Llama model. Alright, so the answer is not yet realized. It's still trying to give me the full answer, but as you can see, it is very slow, again because I'm using a phone that is very old and it is running on CPU. But I'm hoping that you're using a phone that is much better than this and you can run the model locally on your Android phone. So that's how you can run the Llama model on your Android phone. Just use the Google AI app, and then you can download the model from your from Hugging Face, and then you can load it locally from your files. So that's how you can do it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.